Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. I'm your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me, as always, are Bertie, played by Laura, Anya, played by Eddie, Neumann, played by Jake, and Ross, played by Zoe. Let's jump into it, shall we? Where we last left off, the party fought Vileblight the Undying and, well, killed them. With Bertie absolutely eviscerating them with 200 points of damage exactly on a critical hit, with a absolutely pumped up smite. But in the combat, Borax was feeble-minded, and at the end of the fight, Borax ripped into the lair to get at the diadem and went to run off with it, and the party subsequently used resources that they had at their disposal to slow Borax down and restore his mind. And we left right as Ross slapped him on the titty to cast a greater restoration on him.
How loud is the smack?
It's a decent thwack.
Cool. Welcome back.
Thank you. Now, let me be on my way. I have what I want, you have your claim to whatever you want.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure you were still, of all your mind and facilities.
And I appreciate that.
Though, to be fair, there's nothing I can do about all this. That's Neumann. You'll have to ask him nicely, though.
Anya
gives him another pat on the titty and steps back.
Anya does still have slow on him, and she's still concentrating on it, and she's like, our deal has been completed. You have your bounty, and we have ours. I think that you should know by now that we are much better as friends, yes?
Yes.
What power does the diadem hold? I would much rather you be friend to us as well.
Friends don't tell each other everything.
Good friends do.
Yeah, no, that's like totally not wrong. Let's, yeah. No, you should definitely share, friends should share things, yes. I'll leave the talking to Anya.
We've been on a bonding experience recently, Neumann says up from very far above.
Max, I'm going to tell you a very brief story about deals once made. I once made a deal that I regretted, and that caused a lot of hurt and damage to a lot of people around me. And when my friends struck a deal with you, I made a promise to myself not to see them hurt or damaged by this deal. So I am asking, as your friend, and as someone who would like to stay that way, What power does the diadem hold? And how are you going to use it? Because if it is in a way that will hurt or upset my friends, I don't know if our friendship is going to last.
It will not hurt your friends. Whether it upsets them or not depends entirely on them and not on me.
Which is why I asked.
Suffice it to say, it is an ancient item of arcane power that I wish to study, to glean from it what I can from the ancient ways.
And what do you know of it already? And know this, I swear on the spirit of Bryn, the person who I loved most in this world, that neither me nor anyone here will try to lay claim to this item. But we need to know what potential power it will hold if this is going to fall into the wrong hands.
Know very little of its potential, other than it was Vileblight's prized possession.
Anya's gonna roll an insight.
Alright.
She just wants to gauge whether he knows more than he's letting on. I forgot her insight's fucking insane. That's a 30. She has a plus 17 to insight. I'm gonna throw up.
There's certainly some evasiveness, but there doesn't seem to be any deception.
Anya nods slowly, and she walks forward to approach Borax so that she's like face to face with him. And she stares up at, because he's still in dragon form, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. She stares up at him, and she releases him, and she's like, thank you for being honest. I think you know, and do not take this as a threat, because I am not threatening you. This is just a fact. I think you know now that we don't need the power of an ancient diadem to get what we want. And I would very much like if we remained friends. And she like does a solemn sort of nod to him, with the slow being released, and takes a step back.
Okay. He turns his head towards you, Ross. He says, I thank you for restoring me to my senses. I do not expect we will meet again,
What are friends for?
but I leave you with this parting gift. And a small arcane lightning spark flicks off of his finger. And you have the charm of elemental conjuring.
Ooh!
So I will go into detail of what that means for you between now and when it becomes relevant, such as combat. So before we next have combat of some sort, I will tell you exactly what that means. But
Yeah, so the next 5 minutes, cool.
Bertie attacks everyone.
But it has. But basically, you can use it to summon an element, a lightning elemental. And once used 3 times, the charm vanishes from you. So 3 charges, you can summon a lightning elemental.
Oh, Hell yeah. She like sees this lightning spark come towards her, and there is a moment where she almost imperceptibly like half flinches back. It's like a micro movement, and then she almost catches it, like how you catch those hashtag non-spawn like Jared from Labyrinth little crystal balls. And she's just like rolling it on the back of her hand and catching it. She's like holding it, kind of hovering in her palm, and she goes, I thank you. Unfortunately, I have no gifts to give in return, but I am glad we shall remain friends.
To me, there is no greater gift in all the known worlds. He turns around and flies off.
As soon as he is out of earshot, Ross is like, it's a good thing he didn't hear me say I kind of wanted to kill him. And then she puts this spark in her thigh bag.
Oh,
Anya
he probably
shrugged.
heard you. He probably heard you. He had no idea what you were saying, though, because he had no ability to communicate at the time.
Anya shrugs and she's like, I think he knows. That went well.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Whew.
Yeah. Are you all right, Bertie? Do you need... Ross is gonna like jog back over to Bertie.
I'm a bit dinged up, but I'll be okay. How's everyone going? Anya, you got hit pretty hard. Neumann, how are you feeling? Sam?
As
Been better,
Borax,
but been worse.
as Borax flies past Neumann, just says a quick like, "Take care," and then he'll fly down and he will kind of just hop off Zoot with his back turned towards the gold pile, and we'll say, "Yeah, no, I'm good. I think that went pretty good. I don't know what you guys have in mind, but I've got something in mind." As he turns around and stares at the open podium that has been broken open, revealing, I believe Darby described it as a treasure hoard.
This is
How far
not
down?
just like Vileblight was not just an ancient dragon. Vileblight was one of the few great worms of Fierlor before they turned to worm with a Y. Should be
Wormy boy.
Hence their size, towering even over Borax Taraka and the other dragon apprentices. So who is this is a massive treasure hoard. It would take probably the best part of a day to properly sort through it, especially with only the 5 of you. You could probably, like, considering you were discussing sending some people to
Dragon
sort
parts,
out the other hoards. Yeah.
And hoarding stuff. Anya, she I'm guessing Bertie probably would describe to her like the mountains of treasure, just given that little habit they've fallen into.
Definitely. And Bertie sounds a little bit like, the more he describes, the more he kind of like sounds like his old self. She sounds a little bit like, He's just breathing a bit more deeply.
Anya chuckles quietly at that, and she also just makes a very quiet remark of, well, I guess the convocation will be in no need of funding anytime soon.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna take just a little look. As a purveyor of magical items, you know.
Is Bertie gonna do a Scrooge McDuck here?
He's trying to be chill about it, but he's just like, he's holding out his hand, but he just keeps creeping closer and closer to it.
I will
So,
say before
what I'm hearing-
anyone
Warm right now because he's
What I'm
summer as
hearing
well.
is he's trying to be cool about it, but yes.
Yeah.
I will say, before anyone Scrooge McDucks, that entire time Ross was like checking over Bertie, even though he's like, oh, I'm a little bit dinged up, she's been like checking him out, just like, and she is going to give everyone a little first level healing word. So with a bunch of different spell slots. So Bertie gets 10 hit points back, Sam gets 8, Anya gets 7, Neumann gets 9.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much. I will also note as well,
Oh!
when Bertie killed the Magister, a little bit of its energy sucked back into him, because he regained some hit points. Anyway.
Anya
Fun
is
little
one
fact.
hit point off being 69 hit
Bertie
points.
stabs her.
No, the other way. She just needs one more.
Oh no.
Sam puts a hand on your shoulder
Does Sam have lay on hands?
and uses 1 point of lay on hands.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Incredible. Anya is now on 69 points.
That's so good. What a bro, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. Nice.
Like something just came to him that you needed just that little bit of health.
Yeah, just that one
Just
point.
sort of divine inspiration from his paladin patron.
Anya, she has this soft sort of smile, and she squeezes Bertie's hand and then lets go, and she's like, "Go on."
Okay, cool. Pat her. It just kind of like slips. Like, I presume Newman's probably already all over this treasure hoard.
Neumann is actually just having a look at the moment.
Oh, he's being strategic instead of Bertie.
There's
He's
a
like,
lot here.
I need this to touch my body right now.
It's not like I'm guessing there's like layers upon layers here instead
Yeah.
of just like one layer at the bottom of a pond or something like that. So Neumann would like to spend his time wisely here.
Yep. Okay.
So can he please look over the just from what he can see at eyesight, what looks fancy, what looked good, what looked valuable, and he will also ask Anya if they are able to maybe look at the magical side of things. Is there anything that Anya can sense that is like, damn, that's some magic, or nah, fam, that's just a fake?
Yeah, Anya's already doing that. But I suppose they could probably work together
Yeah.
in that. So
Neumann
Anya
is
would
going
find
for
a
two
lot
different
to
results here as
you're
well,
both
yeah.
as like this is an ancient worms hoard. You're both going to find something. So in that case, can I get both of you to roll me a percentile dice? As Bertie swan dives, I believe, into the gold. And
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a pile of metal, mostly, with some treasure in it. So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit it.
He's like, okay, for all time's sake.
But
Ow!
but after the impact,
Could Anya have featherfalled that actually?
yeah.
Protect Bertie from himself.
Assuming you still have the spell slots, which you probably do.
She has one spell slot left of Featherfall, and she's going to use it on this.
Okay.
I mean, she could
Alright.
cast it at higher, but, like, you know, she has one
He's like,
first level.
oh, thanks, Anya! And
It's
kind
fine,
of like
Bertie.
settles.
Um,
And he just looks through it.
is
He's looking for jewelry mostly and cool magical items. Anyway, you guys
Alright.
go.
Yeah, so Bertie, roll me a percentile as well, and we'll get back to it.
Yeah, and just as a little sidebar, Ross is also going to be digging through stuff again, looking for like super powerful magical items or
Yeah.
any kind of magical component. That's it. So I'll
Yeah,
roll a percentile too, but
yes.
go in order. Go in order.
And Sam is also rolling a percentile. So Neumann and Anya were first, so
Anya rolled a 20.
All right, Anya, you find a blade that seems to be incredibly powerful. We'll say it's a rapier. Because you found
I've
it
lost my
and
pen.
you are able to use rapiers.
Wonderful. Is there a limit to how much we can look? Because I kind of want to do another percentile. I like rolling percentiles.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
wanting
say,
to know
like-
what happens when we get 69.
It's gonna be harder and harder as like you get through like the surface, like as you take more from the surface level. But I'd say if you want to spend some time, you could probably do a second roll. Neumann.
She's going to do.
Firstly, Neumann got 44,
Actually,
but then
if you want to make an investigation check, you can do a second roll. And depending on the result. So Neumann, your first one.
yeah, 44.
44. Okay, you find some enchanted breastplate.
Nice. Secondly, Neumann is going to cast web on the treasure, avoiding Ross and Bertie, and then Zoot will come and grab onto bits of the web and fly up, hopefully taking out a layer of treasure and moving it above ground outside of the...
Okay.
Not
For
all of
that-
it, but it's
yeah.
pretty sticky, so...
For that, I'm going to give anyone doing an investigation for a second lot a advantage on their investigation check.
But also, just beware, there's probably coins and stuff raining
Yeah.
from the sky at the moment. Sorry, Bertie.
Anya has evasion. It's fine.
Yeah.
News!
Ow!
Bertie,
Ow!
Bertie was
Neumann.
next with his
57.
57. Okay, so you find two things because there was something that you are collectively
Yeah.
guaranteed to find. You find some sort of strange item that looks like it was designed to be affixed to an ear bone of a dragon.
Oh, interesting. Kind of looks at it over like, huh.
As well as an iron flask that appears to have a strong magical aura to it.
Oh, flask! Excellent! My specialty!
And Ross, what was your percentile?
A 26?
26. So you find a ring with a kind of I believe it's a cloudy look to it.
Any voices enter my head
No.
looking upon it?
No.
Huh.
Funnily enough, Anya rolled a 26 on her investigation as well. So
Okay, that is enough to find something else decent.
oh, it looked like it would be a 69, but it's a 76.
76. 76. Can you roll me a d12?
Oh, I have to get my D12 out. I never get my D12 out.
The chunkiest dice, but also the most useless. Hmm.
Uh-oh.
You die.
Did Darby leave?
You get turned to gold.
No.
I'm going to die.
Oh,
What?
he's here.
I'm
Darby's
just
here.
checking something. 10?
Yeah, no, it was a 10. Yep.
10. So you find a set of splint armor that has a powerful enchantment on it.
Okay. Interesting.
Alright. Neumann will give it a shot. Doing what he does best. Investigation. Which he did it pretty subpar,
Wait.
but that's a 31.
Yep, rolling another percentile.
$50.
50. Okay. So that is... You find a cloak with a sort of transparent look to it. Is anyone else attempting a second look?
Bertie is just gonna get some, like, if there's any jewelry that looks nice.
Okay. So roll me an investigation check. I think with disadvantage because you're looking for something very specific.
Yeah, he just wants nice things for him or others. 16.
16. That... You know what? Yeah, so with that, roll me a percentile. We'll see if...
Okie 45. Alas, not 69.
You don't find jewelry per se, but you find a particularly pretty pearl.
Nice.
With
But he pockets it.
With arcane energy infused into it.
I really wish I still had identify. Really gotta learn to roll with the punches better, Bertie. Okay, cool. And he pockets it. And then keeps looking over the weird, like, earbone type thing. He looks over, looks across, and everyone looks at Neumann and is like, "I'll ask everyone about it later. They're having fun." And he kind of like luxuriates in the treasure for a little bit longer and then kind of like crawls out. Just sending little coins going chink, 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 chink everywhere around him.
Alright. Yeah. Ross, are you doing another look or?
Yeah, just for funsies, I will.
Okay, so investigation check to start with.
I'm not gonna do well. 10.
10. Okay.
7.
Oh, 17 then.
Alright. That gets you to...
Is that my last? I have one
Alright,
more.
so roll me a percentile.
Oh, 4.
4. You find a dagger that has a light amount of enchantment to it.
Does it look pretty?
Yes.
Like really pretty?
Yes.
Sam! I found a cool thing! What'd you find?
Found some armor and he picks up nice shield.
Can you use one of those?
I can.
Give him the old 1-2, and she mimes like doing like a shield bash. Like how
I'm surprised he
Kai's
doesn't have
does
one.
it.
Yeah. So
Shield that Bertie has. I want you to all imagine all the bonkers stuff he was doing up in the sky. He still had a stupid shield.
yeah.
That's gay, Bertie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, it looks cool.
Yeah. Should be nice and functional.
Yeah. Oh. Hey. You alright? You did good out there, but you
Yeah.
got hit.
It's fine.
Still.
It's hardly the worst I've had.
Well. Yeah. But you know. Could have gone better. But hey! Another one of your old bosses gone.
True. True. We've just got 2 more to go.
Yes. Hey. And she like leans in a little closer and she's like, we don't have to get into this here, but you're like, how do you feel about the fact we're going to be facing Taven?
I mean, it's like I've been working towards something and it's finally reaching a culmination.
Yeah, I know you don't. He's not anything to you in a meaningful sense, but just want to make sure you are okay, yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. She reaches out and she takes hold of his hand and she lifts his hand up and kisses the back of his hand. And then she gives him a little punch on the shoulder and is like, well, when we do fight him, if you could hit him first time, that would be super great, babe.
I'll certainly try.
Yeah. Do some you and Bertie should train together, maybe. Have you seen what he's doing? Holy shit. Maybe I think he could teach you something. I think the wizards actually made you soft. Is that... Am I not allowed to joke about that? Sorry.
You just looked at Bertie and he was lost for words.
Infiltration, Ravari, not combat. By being clever, not being tough.
True. You always were the clever one.
Anya, from a corner of the cavern somewhere, searching through things, holding this rapier, just has this incredulous look on her face when Ross calls Sam the clever one, and she thinks about every conversation she's overheard between the two of them. Just frowns a little bit. And under her breath, she's like, oh, we're doomed.
Amazing. That's what Ross does. She's just digging through coins with Sam, but doesn't find anything else. And then waits to see when the rest of the party wants to leave.
Too distracted flirting.
That's valid.
Yeah. I will say, yeah, you could take quite a bit of coin if you want.
Of course I want. I've got to make up for a greater restoration I just lost.
Oh, you will make up for that and then some.
Hell yeah.
I think it's at the point that we probably don't have to worry about whether you can purchase something from a gold value again.
Yes.
If you can find it, you can probably buy it. The trick will be finding it.
We've got a guy. The Earth Genasi twins have a guy.
Yeah.
We have enough money that we can hire other people to look for us.
Yeah. Here we go.
Neumann has some collecting to do as well. He would like to search the corpse of our dracolich friend for his insignia.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to investigation check just in case. I think you have a very slim chance of failing, but
Natural 20. I got a 40.
I always forget just how high that is.
Did I find his
Yes.
Did I find his no,
Yes.
not the insignia. Did I find his phylactery?
For 40, yes, you find that as well.
Jake, incredible. Newman, fantastic. Nice.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Like the phylactery is a star. Actually, no, a gold depiction with gems inlaid of the icon of Malice, the god of chromatic dragons.
Right. And now Neumann hasn't really dealt with a phylactery before, as far as I'm aware. Would he happen to know if touching one is bad?
roll me an Arcana check.
10, but yeah, 10.
You have no idea. This is rare magic that you have not studied.
Ross,
Yeah, noobs.
Sam,
Hmm?
do you know anything about phylacteries? I found their phylactery, and I'm not sure if I should touch it. Should we destroy it? I kind of found it by accident.
I think we should destroy it.
Absolutely, we should destroy it.
Possibly without
Hellfire dagger?
touching it, if we can. I mean, a
I have
Hellfire
dagger.
dagger isn't.
Oh, wait. I have one of those. Well, I don't have it anymore, but Bertie, do you still have it?
Can't remember if he does or not.
Many,
Yeah.
many
Anya gave it to
season 2 moons ago, Anya gave it to me.
Yeah, is it on your sheet?
It's on.
It
I don't
doesn't-
know whether it ever was.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if it's not on your sheet, then it will be assumed that it has been left in a safe place at home.
It's still on my sheet. Does that count?
Maybe you gave it back. Well, Anya did. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless I took it
Might
off.
have given
my
it
sheet, I
back
don't
to
know.
Anya, which is quite possible.
If it's on your sheet,
Uh,
you can.
No, it's not on my sheet anymore.
Okay.
Who knows where it's just like sitting on Bertie's mantelpiece, like.
How does she
Alas.
still have the ring of mind shielding in here, but not that dagger?
Yeah.
+3 dagger.
So weird. Is there no other way to get rid of it? Otherwise, we'll just have to take it back to the Concord, I guess.
You
Bertie
should be
says
able to
Patrick. I don't know.
destroy it easily enough.
Just break it, I guess. Hey, Zoot. Let's just say he's had a few goes at recharging his breath weapon. Yeah, cool. Breath weapon.
Yeah, just the pure radiance of this. The pure radiance of this is enough to just eviscerate it. It still has its shape, but the gold is kind of tarnished, and the gems are cracked.
Because it still has its shape, once that's finished, Anya is going to cast Shatter on it.
All right. Yeah, and it shatters.
Cool. That happens. You said it happens, so it happens. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do anything about
Yeah.
it.
Well, that was
Neumann-
done well.
Newman is going to cast Firebolt on it.
Funnily enough, immune.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Like-
Yes, it felt. I wish we could deal with dragons more and diplomats less.
Yeah, I can kind of see why your old friend Bowler and all the rest, do a bit of a living of it. This was good. We did a good job. We worked together really well as a team. The five of us. Yeah, good job, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, good job. It's another one down. Only 2 left.
Yeah.
Just a little quick. What happened? Did Zoot get a healing word as well?
I did not
Zoot
give
is a-
Zoot a healing word, I'm sorry.
Zoot is a construct and cannot be healed with healing word.
Not be healed with healing word.
It has to be a humanoid, I believe, specifically for healing word. If memory serves, anyway. Creature of your... Oh, yeah. Creature of your choice, but has no effect on undead or constructs.
There you go. Yeah,
we go.
and that's the same for cure wounds. Cool. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, Newman's gonna start just picking up as much gold as he can in the time that people are getting ready, and yeah, he'll hop onto Zoot Suit, and then hopefully they can get out of here. He's basically grabbing all the gold that he brought up onto the surface, and then despawns web.
Okay.
As everyone's sort of heading over to jump onto Zoot Suit, Anya reaches out a hand and sort of holds Ross back just for a moment, and squeezes her hand and just very quietly is like, "I'm very proud of you."
Really?
That wasn't an easy choice to make. And you chose well.
If I may admit to being less than stellar, Anya. There was a right choice, and there was the choice I wanted to make. There were different ones.
I know. That's what makes the choice important. That's what makes me know that you made the right one. Because the other was so tempting.
Thank you. Hey, you did a good job out there.
Fighting dragons is fun. So
I know, but magically. You're more confident than I've ever seen you.
it's easy when I know it will help.
Good. And then she is gonna like look up and she is gonna have a moment. Anya wouldn't be able to see her face, but she would probably sense Ross's energy change as Ross goes, "Oh no, we're flying out. Oh no. Oh, I hate flying." Yeah, she doesn't say that, but that's what her energy is. She just kind of goes,
There's no possible way I can... No, okay. I was going to say Anya could cast sleep, but she doesn't have the sense of it being high enough for it to affect Rod. So she just... she just squeezes Ross's hand and sort of gives her a sympathetic sort of half smile, and she's like, I might still have an eye covering somewhere in this pack, if that will help.
"It's not the sight, it's just, I just don't like heights."
Well, if you
It's
can't see
fine.
the height, it's less scary, I would know.
But I know it's there. I know it's there.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, though. It's very kind.
Well, I was going to knock you out, but I think you're a little bit too hearty for that.
Anya!
It would have helped. You would have thanked me. And she kind of has this little chuckle.
I rolled out of curiosity, like without a really good roll, even a 9th level spell would not likely have
I did.
put Ross to
Yeah, I
sleep.
know. I did wonder what Sam was rolling for then, because I was sitting in beyond looking for items that might have just incidentally knocked Ross out. But Anya squeezes Ross's hand and goes towards Zoot Zoot and just climbs on.
Ross
Sam is
just
going
like,
to cast a spell though. He is going to cast invisibility on everyone so that they are not massively obvious flying back to base.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yep. Ross gets on Zoot. She's going to position herself like near Bertie, and she is going to also like give him a little pat on the arm and just be like, "Hey, good job."
Yeah. No problem. Good job to everyone. You all did a good job. It's one more down.
Yeah,
That's a good thing, everyone.
we're doing it.
Yeah. That's one step closer to Taven, so that's great.
Exactly.
Anya, when she left Ross, it wouldn't have been noticeable, but maybe Ross, once she climbs on, notices something has been slipped into her hand. And Ross would see the ring of mind shielding that Anya had once upon a time.
Ross like looks at it, looks at Anya, just kind of nods to herself and like puts it in her pocket, in her little thigh bag, crams it around all the coins, like just gives a little pat. And then she's gonna be like, all right, Neumann, get it over with. And she's gonna hold on to Bertie's hand and Sam's hand the entire flight back.
All right.
We go
We fly.
like the wind.
Yeah, and it's not long before you're back to base and are able to, like, it's easy enough to kind of debrief and communicate. There is a shit ton of treasure we can claim. We just need to get people there. All that.
Don't
jazz.
go in the one lava lair.
Yeah.
That guy's moving out. It's fine. Neumann left a sign.
The first thing Neumann does is he goes to find the identifier man or
All right.
person, but not for the purpose you may think.
Bertie
they-
will also join.
He has a very large carpet to find
Yeah. I thought
the
so.
command word to.
Mm.
Whilst also Neumann will inspect it for an hour. The identifier might help. He's going to try all of his options. So
Perfect.
that's where
And
Neumann will be for the day.
yeah, Bertie's gonna join us and we'll be like, because yeah, I think it'd be good to figure out what these things do. Well, so Neumann, that was a rug you shoved in your bag, wasn't it? Like a full-on rug.
What?
Like, we were like, when we fought that ice dragon, we were like trying to catch a breath, like turned around and you were like shoving a full-on, like a big rug in your bag. Did it try to kill you again? Because you jumped into that ice.
No, I just, I thought, what a weird thing to find at the bottom of a frozen lake. A rug. And boy, does it look good. This would be perfect for the cart. But also, it's like magical and shit.
Yeah, true, the cart. It'll be good.
Yeah, the cart. Yeah, it'd be good. Really good.
My
in there.
cart, yes, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but anyways, it's huge, so I'm surprised I managed to fit it in the bag.
It's pretty impressive what you can fit into a small space, like a bag like that. Yeah, good
Yeah.
thinking.
It was far too big for the opening of that bag.
As long as you push hard enough, it'll be fine. Am I right?
Oh, Bertie.
Oh, cool,
Alright.
sir. Magic
Anyways,
lesson.
Yes.
Have you got all of your stuff for identification?
Yeah. I found it's a cool pearl, and this flask thing, and whatever this is. And Bertie holds up the weird thing, thingamajig, powerful magical thingamajig Darby described. You don't know what that is, do you?
Does Neumann know what that is?
No.
We're just idling, waiting for the person to come out.
Yeah.
Well, Bertie, would you believe me if I said yes?
Maybe.
I don't. I'm sorry. Let's go
Oh,
find
okay.
the dude.
Yeah, fair.
So you ask around for someone to identify these items for you. And you do not come across the familiar person. The person who is sent to you is not is a familiar face, but not the one that you were expecting. The red-skinned, robed hobgoblin in front of you is a face you have not seen for a while. But was here, on this continent the last time you saw them. This is Orloth.
Oh, for Vola's party!
Yeah.
I think I remember you! You were like, Neumann, this was the guy that, like, was little shit in, like, that, I mean, no, you did a really good job, betting odds were great, in that, like, in the airship thing we did.
Oh, yeah.
What was
That
your name
guy.
again? Olog?
Orloth.
Olog, that's
Yes.
right!
Pleasure to see you again, Bertie. Neumann.
Yeah, no, hi,
Likewise.
You guys are just been Bertie looks around like, yeah, you still working for Anya's old friend? Like, what's going on? Are you guys all with the Concord?
We've been doing some work for them.
Oh,
Is
Brother
this
and sister, you
just a
guys.
Bertie Neumann thing, or would Anya be around?
I
floating
think this was just Bertie Neumann, and then like Ross, Sam, and Anya are like probably getting food for the group.
Vola just strolls in like, oh, I'll have an extra
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like Vola would be there because Vola was Vola and her current gang, because it was mentioned that she does cycle around, but back protecting Ross's housemates.
Yeah, because there was a message sent. Some point. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was also established in that episode that it wouldn't necessarily be the same party because Vola cycles around. So yeah. Anyway.
So you need some stuff identified.
We have so much stuff that needs identified. That needs to be identified. Does Neumann have everyone's gear? Did they give Neumann the gear in the bag of holding?
Ross has her own stuff, man.
Yeah, thought so.
Anya probably would have, if Neumann had asked or had mentioned he was going to look into him, she would have been like, yes, I have business to attend to anyway with Yadel.
Awesome. Well, I'll go and get that stuff identified then.
Yeah.
As Neumann now, present scene, is just pulling stuff out of his bag of holding. A whole bunch of gold falls out as well because he didn't really take care to like separate it. So like as he's pulling out like these armor sets, he's pulling out swords and cloaks, all draped in coins and everything. He also then like really reaches in and then with a second hand and uses his feet either side of the bag to lever out a massive rug. It takes some time and like he has to do that trick where you kind of like have to like stop and like untwist the bag and then like come at it from a different angle of attack to try and get it out. Sometimes he'll hold the bag upside down and like just like pull it up, like up and down using gravity to sort of pull the rug out as it flops to the ground with a pound, and he unrolls it and places all the items next to the rug, he sits on the rug and he goes, here's what we found minus a few. What do you think? Reckon you can do it all?
Might need to expend a bit more energy, but certainly Certainly. Okay, so over the course of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. He's going to identify the items you have on you. So, the rapier that Anya has is a rapier of answering, which I need to program into D&D Beyond still, because it is a modified version of an item in here that was randomly rolled. And the suit of armor that she got was a +3 splint. Neumann, the breastplate you got was +2 breastplate, and the cloak was a cloak of invisibility. The carpet, as you suspected, is a carpet of flying, and the command word is Glacius Ventus.
Glacius Ventus? Was it?
Glacius Ventus.
Glacius Ventus. Alright,
which
cool.
is Latin for ice wind.
I like it.
And Bertie, you have a the iron flask is an iron flask. Which does...
iron flask?
No, it is an iron flask, a legendary magic item that does not require attunement.
Okay.
So it has a
Interesting.
brass stopper, and you can use an action to speak the flask command word, which because it's random. Yeah, we'll work that out in a bit.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, targeting a creature you
Awesome.
can see within 60 feet of you. If the target is native to a plane of existence other than the one you're on, the target must succeed on a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or be trapped in the flask. The target has been trapped in the flask before and has advantage on the saving throw. Once trapped, the creature remains in the flask until released. Can only hold one creature at a time. Creature trapped in the flask doesn't need to breathe, eat, or drink, and doesn't age. Can use an action to remove the flask stopper and release the creature the flask contains. The creature is friendly to you and your companions for 1 hour and obeys your commands for that duration. If you give no commands or give it a command that is likely to result in its death, it defends itself but otherwise takes no actions. At the end of the duration, the creature acts in accordance with its normal disposition and alignment.
Cool.
An identify spell reveals that a creature is inside the flask, but the only way to determine the type of creature is to open the flask.
Ooh. I'm kind of glad I didn't open it while it was there, I guess. Interesting. Ugh. Probably safer not to open it yet, yeah? I'll let it out? What do you reckon? I'm not a pro with this kind of stuff.
I would say be cautious.
Yeah, fair. Cool. We'll bench that for later then. when we're in a place that has a bit more air, like isn't secret little underground lair. Cool. Okay. Interesting. I can't sell it, but it might be useful for something.
And the pearl is a pearl of power.
Excellent.
Additionally, the kind of jewelry designed to be affixed to an dragon's ear bone. It's a strange magic that Orloth isn't able to neatly identify.
Yeah.
But it seems to be designed to break through, to allow, to an extent, divination magic to break through anti-divinatory wards.
Excellent. So when Olaf's trying to describe that, Bertie looks like very like, oh, okay. How do you think it's used? Does it need to be? Do you reckon I could just harness it?
I I think it might need some modification to be used by someone
Neumann,
it's not built for, but...
Neumann, I have a commission for you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you reckon you can try and... Do you reckon you can... With that kind of general description, do you reckon you can... And Bertie reaches up to his right ear and takes out his earring, and he hands that to him. He's like, do you reckon you can do something with that? Connect it somehow?
Yeah, I can give it a shot. I don't see why not. And if I break the earrings, then I guess it wouldn't be that hard to make another one. So.
Well, I very much prefer you don't break this one specifically.
Oh no, not like
that's not
I'll
likely
be-
to happen. Yeah.
I'll be doing most of the tampering to the original earring, not the new one we've just found. So.
Bertie again looks very distressed. Like, yeah, no. Cool,
I
cool,
have
cool.
absolute faith in my ability. Just it is a possibility, and I am legally bound and obligated to tell you this.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. Remember, well, it's part of his set, so I definitely like this to be intact, as intact as possible.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'd say there's a carry the one 3% chance of me stuffing this up. So, how do you like them odds?
Well, I'll pay you a commission if it doesn't blow it up. How's that?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. Excellent. Cool. I'll pay you double time. Yeah. Cool. If you could do that when you have the chance, that would be great. Just to see if it works.
No worries. I'll let you know.
Cool. Also, Olaf, is it just you that's here? Like, are any of the rest of you guys with the Concord? I know, like, your boss was like, Anya got in touch with her at one point, but like,
Vola's gone off to the peninsula with Tolok. Tolok is with her and a couple of new recruits. But Bianca stuck around with me. She wanted to lean into a bit more of her magic and thought that I would be
so Neumann probably
helpful mentor.
Neumann suddenly sees Bertie like he was already a bit stressed, but now he's like he just like cold sweat, which is weird for a summer Eladrin. He's like, she's here. Oh.
Yes.
Is she on a mission right now, or is she here?
Not currently. We just got back with a couple of the recruits from a venture to the investigate some stuff with the Yuan-Ti up north.
Oh. I see. I'm glad you guys are both okay. That's... Huh. Neumann, again, I'll like triple your rate if you can like expedite like that like looking at that to see if you can do anything with that. Amplifying would be great. You get my drift, what I'm trying to do, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. You know, cause he's there.
Yeah. Look, don't worry about the triple. I'll just do it.
Okay, cool.
Now, if you two will excuse me, Glacius Ventus, as he floats away on his rug.
That's so cool.
With his items on board. Off to his room to start tinkering.
Excellent. And Bertie just kind of like wrings his hands and then just like, thanks, Olaf. Are you guys heading out on a mission soon? Or rest for a bit?
I think we're resting for a bit at this stage.
Cool. Cool. Okay. I need a drink. I'll see you later. Bye. He's gonna head off to the bar. Maybe Ross. I don't know what Anya. I don't know what any of those guys are doing. What are Ross and Anya doing?
I was thinking like after we'd done the debriefing, which probably took a large chunk of that, Ross would have suggested we like get food for the group, and was probably like seconds away from like messaging Bertie on the earring, which wouldn't have worked when he probably comes scurrying down, unless of course there is a different Summer Eladrin sitting with us at the moment. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
That would be too many coincidences all at once.
As part, Anya would have asked to go to the debrief, and when she did, she would have reached into her handy haversack and pulled out the important dragon organs that she harvested, and she's basically like, I am not very experienced with magic, especially not with alchemy or with potions or anything of the like, but I do know hunting and I do know important magical parts of the creatures. So, and she lifts like up the important bits, like the dragon heart and like a couple of the dragon spleen or whatever, the pancreas, and sort of dumps them on the debrief table. And she's like, the rest is in an ice cavern. We have cleared out any dangers. There was another dragon, but that dragon has agreed that to vacate the premises, and that as long as our people do not disturb them, they will not harm any of you. So please avoid. And she sort of describes where the cavern is.
Yeah.
She's like, but you will find a frozen dead dragon to harvest from. And also all of the funding you possibly could ever need.
Well, I guess it's only fair that I also inform you we've had limited word, but word nonetheless from your friend Rook and her team, and they seem to have successfully negotiated some aid from the Ganassi tribes. They are mobilizing to the outskirts of the city so that we need only say the word and they will make their way in.
Anya, she would have had like a moment of surprise when Rook is mentioned, and she softens a little bit, and she nods and she's like, I knew she would be successful, so that is good to hear. You did almost throw me for a moment, so Ravari, I apologize, because I know you don't like when I do the negotiating. Are we speaking with Yadel? I'm assuming we're speaking with Yadel.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. And she turns back to Yadel and she's like, Yadel, I feel like we have an understanding of each other and I have come to respect you. I am not someone who has grown up with any form of care or attention to money. I hunt for what I need. Trade is very important to Wood Elven Navoran culture, so we tend to look after our own. And money isn't really something that holds as much stock as it does here in Karas or over in, I forget the main continent that this started on.
Erithol.
Over in Erethold. However, knowing how important money is to the workings of, or learning how important money is to the workings of certain institutions, I want you to take me very seriously when I say, now that you have more funding than you possibly could ever need, if the rest of this organization and the Knights of the Seven go to war against Karas, this money will be used to defend Karas's people.
We'll make sure
Not
of
a
that.
single cent of it is to go anywhere past the circle of people that we have built here. And the circle of people that we have built here are not to fight, but to defend. We have given you a great gift of every funding you could possibly imagine and need for any projects in future. As I said, I respect you quite a lot, Yedel. Don't make me lose that respect.
She nods. So. Yes, Ross.
Oh,
Were you going to
just-
say something?
just Ross will also do a little nod, and we'll probably do our wrap up. And then as we're leaving the room, Ross is gonna like shoulder bump into Anya and just go, "Thank you."
Money is dangerous, and I didn't want it being unsaid what this money should be for.
I have come to trust the Concord with my life, but it is worth saying. Thank you again. I feel like I owe you a drink for that one.
Oh, you're buying? Okay.
Well, I mean, as you said, I'm not actually sure money really means anything to any of us anymore, which is a truly horrifying thought to think, but, why not? I'll give the others a couple more minutes and see if they want to get one as well, but I'll shout you the first one in lunch, yeah?
Yes, I am. After this endeavor, I don't know whether I'll be able to afford a meal ever again. So
Oh, I know.
it truly
it's-
means so much to me, Rovar.
But like Neumann, you'll just be destitute.
Just so destitute. I mean, that poor Neumann. So little money he has.
So little money, just not a cent to his name.
Yes. Anya chuckles a little bit, but she does squeeze Ross's hand in a meaningful way and just like sort of wraps her, like they connect elbows and just like pats her and just like, lunch.
Absolutely. And then they go find a seat, and yeah, that's probably when Bertie comes pattering down and I don't know where Sam is. He might be back from whatever he was doing. But yeah, that's probably when Bertie comes pattering down like, "Huh!"
Hey girls, cool, nice to see you. I'm gonna be drinking now. Hi! Basically.
Do you want to sit with us while you do?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, why not?
Okay.
Neumann, are you working on that project for Bertie, or?
I am. Now that the rug is out of the way, then yeah, absolutely I will be.
Alright, so roll me a Tinker's Tools check.
Guidance. So that's a 21 from a 3. But we're going to add a 4, so it's 25.
Okay, takes you a bit. Takes you until not quite the wee hours of the morning, but like quite late at night, probably around about 9 or 10 o'clock, Karas time, somewhere around that hour. But you manage to essentially twist and warp the shape of it into effectively a sort of wireframe bracer kind of thing, like a decorative armband, and you think that this should work to amplify spells in the way that it's supposed to with a caster, as long as they are attuned to it.
Yeah, no worries. Neumann will go downstairs where he expects to find Bertie.
Bertie's like been drinking the whole time. He's just been very jumpy every time. Like just seeing people come through. Probably at this point, he's just been like, "I'm just so glad, I'm just so glad that we got through everything okay." And like it was just like it's just so good. We only have 2 more matches left to go. Well, technically 1, and then like the head honcho, it's gonna be so good. Oh boy.
Ross is like,
you guys as my friends.
one arm wrapped around him, just patting him, just like, I know. It's good. It's really good, Bertie. Yeah.
Anya, I think, has also probably started drinking, and is just like braiding Bertie's hair really distractedly. Like she is not paying attention. She's just really happy. She's like,
Ross had like 2 drinks and then realized these 2 were going for it, and is like, oh, I had just probably looked at Sam across the table and was like, don't you fucking dare, and is like, yeah, just keeping Bertie happy. Shoving food at people periodically, sneaking glasses of water in amongst the normal drinks.
It's just so good. Have I told you guys about the dress I've been thinking of for it all as well? It's gonna be so good. So much jewel. It's gonna be amazing.
I know, Bertie. Like, it'll be such a beautiful ceremony. I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Oh, I told Neumann, by the way, as well, so he knows. It's not about that, but it's gonna be. I'm just so glad that everyone's okay.
I know. We're glad you're okay too. We love you, Bertie.
You have very soft hair.
I know, I use a lot of product in it. Like, it's very important. People forget to, you really need to moisturize all of your body and then your hair as well.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hold braids well.
You're doing a good job. It means so much to me. I'm sure it looks beautiful.
Your hair needs to be dirtier to hold braids better. That's okay.
True.
She just keeps braiding.
I'll have to work harder then. What's Stephen doing? She's just like...
I think it's probably about this time that Neumann comes down.
Yeah, he does not even hesitate. He just slugs on down. slugs on over to the table, sits down, puts like a hand out in front of Bertie's, and like puts his work down. He'll wait for a response from Bertie.
It's like, well, it looks just like Neumann. That is Neumann. Hi, Neumann.
Hey, I got it for you.
Got the.
And then his head slams on the table, and he starts snoring.
How about? Oh.
Anya reaches across and pets Newman's like fur just a little bit.
Sam's gonna say,
The fur on his head.
What is it, Bertie?
Oh well, and Betty like kind of like just pats over, like just pulls the like the little armband, like bracelet earring thing off, and like, oh, it's really cool. Neumann's gonna like, I asked Neumann to do a commission. It's a shame he's asleep. If this was the old me, I'd run away. I'd jump out the window and be like, there we go. I don't have to pay him. But I won't do that because he's my friend and I'm a nicer person now.
You are, Bertie, and we're very proud of you.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay.
So what's the function?
Well, we gotta see if it works. I'm assuming it works. Newman's asleep. We'll go. I'll have to find out. And Bertie kind of like, because like he can still put the earring in as well. It's just like joined to like that, like the other part, like the actual earring part is still. Yeah. So he kind of like clips that in and kind of like tries to like shuffle that in. He's like, not feeling the magic. I might have to. I just gotta focus.
Is it something for communication?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it might help break through. Oh boy.
Oh,
I want to preface this with Sam rolled a natural 20 for insight.
Oh.
And he's gonna reach over and pat you on the shoulder and use 5 points of lay on hands to remove the poison condition from you. He's gonna say, you're gonna want to be sober for this.
Yeah. Oh boy. But he kind of like sits up fully.
Anya's just still like, just so soft. I don't. Just keeps breathing. Very distracted.
Okay. Yeah. No. Good job. Yeah, I should see if this works. Yeah.
Anya and Bertie, you notice entering the tavern, a very familiar half-elven figure. A strange
I recognize that voice.
Shadow-touched Eladrin, half Eladrin elf. Half Eladrin, half elf. Bianca.
Okay, so what Bertie does is he kind of like goes, and like kind of like scrambles to get up, and because Anya's probably still stroking his head like ow, 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 ow. And like
it's here. It's.
I'm giving him a room real quick. I'm shooting to this, not the tentacle rod. Peace. He's gonna really rapidly try to detangle himself from his two friends and the sleeping Neumann.
Anya sort of lets it happen, but as like Bertie is going, she kind of calls out and she's like, Bianca, is that you?
Hello, Anya.
Bianca, come drink. We are celebrating.
And she joins you for a
Bertie,
night
Bertie.
of revelry.
Hello.
I don't think you and Bianca have met, Ross.
No, Ross hasn't.
No.
Bianca,
Hi.
this is my friend. Well, I will let her introduce herself as she will know her name best. But you must tell me what you have been doing. You feel a lot more powerful in your magic. How was serving with Vola? She is brilliant, yes? She's so good. Oh, Vola. The stories I could tell you. Oh.
So there is a night of revelry and introductions and stories.
Might have
Meanwhile,
a convo later.
Bertie.
At one point, Newman does wake up and miscalls Bianca for Bertie.
Mistakes.
And then quickly realizes, you're not Bertie. You're Bianca. Oh my god! What are you doing here? As he's like, he seems drunk, but he's just really tired.
Yeah.
That's so
Alright.
valid.
Yep. I will note just very, very quickly, Ross would have introduced herself as Rivari to Bianca.
Okay.
And it's just like, as soon as Neumann points out, I was like, is it racist to say that all Summer or Eladrin look alike? And it's just kind of like,
Okay. So, meanwhile, Bertie, you attune to the bracelet.
Yeah, it's just like throws water over his face. It's like, oh, let's not think about that. Let's not think about that. Let's focus. And yeah, while he's attuning to that, maybe we'll go back to the others later. Maybe not. But while this is happening, at least, Bertie kind of like manages to come down soon, but he's still like super tense. He's like, okay, I can feel the magic. All right. Okay. And Bertie's very tense, and he's standing really straight. And then he finally touches the earring in his left ear, which again, modified by Neumann expertly. You know, never a chance of failing, obviously, only a 3% chance. It's, the one identical in design to the one Caius has or had in his right, one half of a pair. And he closes his eyes, and he thinks very hard. And I try to cast Sending from the earring.
Initially, roll me a percentile check to see if it casts across planes.
Okie dokie. So that's a 70.
That's fine. You just needed to roll above a 5.
Cool, awesome, excellent, sexy.
Now,
okay.
roll to see if it gets past the wards.
Okay.
This needs to be below a 30.
That's a 5.
Oh.
Okay.
So what do you say?
Cool. All right. So he closes. So yeah, Bertie closes his eyes, thinks really hard, and he kind of like feels the magic that he was trying to channel through that the earrings before multiple times, and it just wasn't passing. But he feels it push through something, I guess. Take a little picture of that. And like and he says, "Hey, Caius, I hope the earring works. It's me, Bertie, reaching out to wherever you are. I'm safe, and I'll find you. I have to." And he waits.
Bertie? Is this some trick, or is it really you? You survived. You're alive? You're alive. Oh my god, you're alive. I thought you... Bertie.
And so Bertie's breath catches like in his throat and all over. He's like both really jittery and still like he was when he got the vision from Fethus, and he saw Caius and saw that he was in prison but alive, I guess. And to no one, Anya probably just senses Bertie be like, because she has such good hearing. He does like tear up, and I guess the best word I can think of is probably weeping. But I guess he manages to reply or attempts to send out another message, which again, first roll is a 56, so that's the 5%.
Yep.
And second roll was a 73, so I'm going to expend. I have 3 points of inspiration because I've been doing behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I will allow that. It doesn't typically apply on percentiles, but I don't see why it shouldn't.
Thank you. That's much better. That's a 15. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Passes through.
So yeah, again, he feels that resistance, but it pushes through. So shall we say for episode 69? And Caius is like, no. Bertie is like, I'm flustered now. Yeah, he hears that and he's like, Caius, you're. Oh, when I heard you got captured, it's me. I am alive, and you're. I love you. I miss you so much.
Bertie, you've no idea how happy I am to hear your voice. When they took me, I thought... Well, time to break out.
Okay, and Bertie's face goes through a journey, like turning even more in on himself, hands sort of subconsciously grasping at the particular point around his stomach where he got healed from wish, I guess, and has no marks at all. But then he sort of unfolds a bit. He is sort of like pricking up and outwards as Caius says the last bit. And he's going to think about the implications of the fact that Caius is like, oh, okay, now I'll try to break out later, and I'll try one more time to get little message. All right, and I will. So 8 for the first to push through the 5%, so that's cool, and a 32.
Just over. And that is the last sending charge of the evening.
Cool. So Bertie starts to talk and like, he just feels the magic just pop through, like, oh.
And you wait a moment. And you wait. And it ticks over to midnight. And the ring recharges.
Oh my god. That's... Oh. Bertie kind of looks like he's inhaled a lung. I try again. Yes. It recharge. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So first one is a 96.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is technically a reverse 69.
Yes.
And so it pushes past the 5%. And the next one is a 6.
All right.
Okay. And Bertie feels that. Is like, oh, thank God. And then he like focuses on the magic, like, okay. And then finally he's like, okay, Caius, and he focuses really so like, okay, I need to make these words count. I'm sorry you... Well, the Wizards are losing. That's the main thing. And I'll see you again soon. We're trying. Be safe. Promise? He just hopes and hopes and hopes and balls his little hands up at his sides.
We'll see each other soon, I promise. Don't worry, I might have a way out. I've got some help, maybe? I think it's help.
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Gay rights, gay rights, gay rights.
And this is the final time I'm going to say this for this campaign. With that, you level up.
No, I don't know why I'm surprised. We just defeated a dragon.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, but...
Defeated a dragon, talked down another.
Nice.
Nice.
So we're level 69, yeah?
Yeah, level 69.
Yeah.
Level 69, absolutely. Newman's gonna have the best rest, the best little cat nap before he starts talking to Bianca. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna need to be level 20 for that one.
Mm. Thank you for joining our sexiest episode yet.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
for sticking with us up to episode 69, because it truly is a great milestone. I'm, as always, so sorry for listening.
Sorry
Thank
for
you
listening. Also,
Sorry.
Darby, I know I'm unattuned for the tentacle rod. Can Bertie still use it? Hypothetical question.
Goodbye.
Sorry for listening.
Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. I'm going to re-say that because I said Fierlor.
Fierlor.
That, I think, is going to be the stinger for this week.
Typo
this
in the
episode.
group chat. Fierlor.
Fierlor.
Rook just possessed
Right.
Darby.